I take a lot of shit for noticing things. People tell me, you're too observant. Too observant. I notice too many things. I think that makes me two things. First, it makes me a man. It makes me a husband. Secondly, I like to think it makes me a photographer, and that we notice things because we're observant. It's why we shoot the things we do. Like, now I noticed the juxtaposition between the woman in the picture down there drinking coffee, the man at the counter drinking coffee. I lucked into his facial expression in the background, making the reflection a lot easier. I noticed this couple in a very intimate conversation. When I pulled up my camera, she was reaching for his face. I noticed the two having intimacy. I photographed it. I noticed this scene first, and then the tableau of the woman, the mannequins, and the image of the guy in the background all worked perfectly together because I noticed the potential for a photo. The subject ambled in, and I got a perfect shot. I noticed this mother coming up the street, giving her kids the what for over her shoulder, picked up the camera, snapped at it. Look what I got. I noticed this old man trying to convince this young woman that he had a lot of D, and that's the shot I got out of that because I noticed him talking to her like a old man talks to his young girlfriend. Pretty obvious what I noticed here. Flowers in the foreground, flowers to the side, flowers in the background. Colorful, beautifully visual. Did I notice the stained glass? Of course I did, but did I notice the reflection it was making on the pipes near the stained glass? Here's a couple of shots where my wife wondered what I was noticing. It was the heart-shaped cloud and the mylar balloon dolphin flying through the middle. And she says to me on this one, with all these pretty sunflowers open, you're going to take a picture of this one? I said, yeah, that's the one I noticed. I heard this young guy and this old woman arguing about directions. He tried to tell her which way to go. She resisted. The flowers are beautiful and colorful. The sign in the background adds a little background interest, but it was the boat that caught my eye. This guy looked like he was afraid his hair might catch on fire. It was a moment. I saw it. I captured it. How could I not take this picture when I noticed how alabaster this woman's skin was, how black her hair is, the shine off of her black coat, the two men in the black coats behind her, with the man's hair about the same color as her face? Something I noticed, so I snapped it. It was all the muted colors of lavender and purple and lilac that caught my eye on this one. I noticed this sad man walking alone, and I thought, what an incredible shot. Now, I did notice Prince Harry a little bit after the young man did, but when I realized what affixed his gaze, I took this shot. That crease will indicate that's just a cardboard stand-up, not in fact Harry. And I know that real street photographers like to say that eye contact bruises the scene, whatever that means, but I couldn't help it. The color and the eyes had it on this one. I noticed this woman puffing away on a cigarette using her lips. Of course, lips in the foreground, lips in the background. I couldn't resist. So they may complain about how observant you are, and if they say, why do you notice so much? You just say, hey, you, thanks for noticing, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.